I'm freaking out right now, you guys. My head is exploding. I mean, I know that like I talked to Jesus and I've gone through all the spiritual warfare and all of this stuff. And I have crazy experiences that make probably all of you think I'm crazy. But I legitimately think I'm crazy right now because of what I just witnessed and experienced. And I'm going to go talk to Spirit about it. And I'm going to be back with answers. But like, you guys, something weird just happened. I was on my phone. I was replying to someone. And I noticed that, and the only reason I even paid attention to the time was because she had mentioned it, because we know that angel numbers, blah, blah, blah. I don't pay a shit ton of attention to angel numbers anymore because I'm so used to it. I realize that angel numbers don't necessarily mean something specific. They just mean like their reassurance. It's like, think of angel numbers and feathers and whatever other signs you're getting. Think of it as like, you're running a marathon and it's your angels standing on the sidelines. They're the bystanders that are holding up signs for you. They're like, you're doing a great job. Good work. Keep going. Like, yeah. You know, it's the reassurance. So that's what they are. So I don't pay a ton of attention to them anymore, but I do take note at certain times when there's certain numbers or something specific that happens that's unusual or whatever. So the person that I was talking to, she had said something about the time that she sent me a message being 5:55. And then I noticed that the first message I replied with was at 11:10. And I was thinking, I wonder if I'll send an answer at 11:11. And then I noticed that, yes, Instagram was saying I sent it at 11:10, but my phone, the clock on my phone was saying 11:09. And I was like, how come the clock on the phone says 11:09, but Instagram says 11:10? I was like, shouldn't they be the same because they automatically match up with the whatever the heck it is? I don't know, the official clock on the internet. And then I literally watched the clock on my phone go from 11:09 to 11:11. The clock on my phone skipped 11:10. It went straight from 11:09 to 11:11. It skipped a minute, and I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I'm like, did I just witness a timeline shift? Is that possible? I don't understand what is happening. I have so many questions. I'm going to talk to Spirit, and I'm going to get back to you about this, because I don't know. I wish I had proof. I swear to God, this is the proof. Do you see me right now? I am freaking out. Stay tuned. Actually, I'll tell you one more quick story. I was just thinking I should be able to show you, but don't laugh at me. I'm old. I'm going to be 40 next month, and I don't know how to use this shit. Like, I used to be so good at technology, and now I'm not. And I never thought I would see that day. And I don't care enough to figure it out because I don't have time for that. And I'm like, if people are meant to watch me, they'll watch me. So I probably could show you, but I don't know how to do it. If anybody wants to tell me how, feel free. But anyway, another thing, like I mentioned about the angel numbers. So here's actually a funny example about angel numbers. Like I said, like sometimes I will pay attention because of how it comes about or the circumstances or whatever. So yesterday, I've paid a little bit more attention more recently to anything that's like 144 or close to 144, like 1144, which is close to it. So yesterday, within a span of hours, I got the 1144 on both the gas station thing and like from filling up my gas, and then from somewhere else, like looking at a balance online. And I was like, that's so funny and weird that I got the 1144 twice within a matter of hours. And I sent it to my friend who's in Australia. And when she replied to me, I didn't know this because of the different time zone. She replied to me, she's like, you sent it to me at 144. I was like, no fucking way. Like, and I just looked at the clock at 144 as well. Like, seriously. But how, like, that is not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences anymore anyway, but the fact that I sent it to her at 144, and I didn't know it because it wasn't 144 here. It was like 8 something at night. You can't make this shit up, you guys. Like, I know that there are normal people in the world who think that there's a bunch of crazy people who are obsessed with angel numbers, but I swear to God, you can't fucking make this shit up. Like, we are not crazy. We are the collective that are not crazy. We are really witnessing these things. And it's angels and it's spirit that is like, we're here, we see you, we're guiding you. Maybe that's what happened with the time on my phone. Maybe the 11:09 skipping to 11:11 was actually spirit just kind of being like, hi, we're here, just so you know. Here's some proof for you. Seriously though, like, I just want everybody out, every normal person in the world to know that we are not crazy. We really aren't. Hey you guys. Okay, so I talked to Spirit. I asked about what the fuck happened with the time on my phone. Remember from a previous video, I literally watched it just an hour ago go from 11:09 to 11:11 and skip 11:10. I have to admit, like, I know my first thought process was, what the fuck was that? A timeline shift? Like, what the hell? Because I forgot to mention this. I was so, like, freaking out. I forgot to mention that several months ago, I saw a video on TikTok from some people. It was a woman, and I think that she had a boyfriend or someone with her. And they were trying to explain what they had just witnessed. And they had, like, photographic evidence also, but I don't have photographic evidence. And they witnessed something with, like, the clocks being at the wrong time and it not making sense, that, like, the phone was saying one time and a different phone was saying a different time or something along those lines. And they were speculating about it being something about a timeline shift. So anyway, so that was the first thing that I thought of. But it occurred to me after I finished recording that it could have been just, like, spirit using my phone to give me, like, a really obvious sign and a really obvious, like, message. Although the message isn't clear, but, like, just, like, using something. Because when I tell you guys that spirit and angels can do whatever, like, I'm not joking. Like, I have witnessed amazing shit happen. Like, I honestly, like, it would take me hours to tell you guys all of my stories. But I have witnessed amazing fucking shit. And even in my house, I've witnessed poltergeist activity of both the good and the bad. Like, I have, like, extricated a demon from this house, and I have also seen angels and my spirit team use stuff to give me signs. So I got stories, okay? Electronics devices and lights are very popular tools for spirit to use. I used to watch those, like, ghost shows. I don't watch them anymore because I don't want to accidentally bring any negative spirits to myself anymore. Or I didn't do that before, but, like, I don't want it to accidentally happen again, at least not right now. So in one of those shows, a guy's phone rang and it was, like, spirit. Like, there was, like, nothing that I can't fucking... I know that it's just saying that sounds like, no, that didn't happen. Like, that was just them fucking with them, or they did it for the show or whatever. But I can't remember the specifics, but something definitely happened. It was so, like, obvious. Anyway, point being, spirit uses devices and stuff to give messages. So that's basically what it was. I just asked spirit, and spirit told me, and that's basically what it was. I can't believe I have to do another video, but I will do one more and tell you what spirit told me. Damn, 3 minutes passes fast. So real quick, like I was saying, spirit does use electronics and TVs and devices and lights to, like, send messages, send signs and stuff. Like I said, it can be from the good spirits or the bad spirits. This is why you have to protect yourself, okay? But that's another story. And I don't want to waste another 3 minutes. So I got out my pendulum and I asked spirit what the fuck just happened. And I did not ask, like, yes or no questions. I left it open-ended so spirit could spell out the answer to me. And this was exactly what I was told. Of course, now I'm not going to remember exactly what I was told because I just told you I was going to tell you the exact message. So now I'm going to pull it up on my device. Okay. I quote, I was told it was Archangel Zadkiel, who is one of the archangels that works with me closely. Like, usually when I'm working with my pendulum, it'll be Jesus or Archangel Zadkiel. I always ask for Jesus, but, like, when I'm doing readings, Archangel Zadkiel comes in a lot instead. So, and I quote, It was Archangel Zadkiel just using your phone in effort to give you a sign that it's time for ... I'm not going to tell you guys the rest, because the rest, it was for me. It was a personal sign for me. So that's for me. Sorry, that's not for you. But that was the exact message. It was Archangel Zadkiel just using your phone in effort to give you a sign that it's time for ... Now, I just have to add also here, the way that that is worded is like the perfect example of why I know that I'm not doing it. Because if it was me, I would have gotten straight to the point. Like, it was Archangel Zadkiel telling you and message. Like, all of that. Just using your phone in effort to give you a sign. Like, I was even like, come on, can we get to the point? So Spirit will do that sometimes. I have noticed that when I am talking to Spirit with the pendulum. Actually, in any way, it doesn't have to be with the pendulum. In meditation also, if I'm and my clairaudience is tuned in well and I'm hearing the messages, which it's just my own thoughts, just so you know, you don't hear another voice. It's your own thoughts, and you come to the realization that it's Spirit talking to you. But anyway, so no, let me rephrase that. It's not your own thoughts. It's the sound of your own voice, but it's Spirit talking to you, and they're putting the thoughts in your head. So yes, Spirit will use different words than what I would use, or phrases, or like elongated, like today, or we'll just talk in a way that I know that I wouldn't say it or use those words. So Spirit does that to validate to me that it's really them. So anyway, that's it. God damn it, I wasn't going to do, I wanted to do one video, and now I'm doing 3. This is how this happens. This is how it elongates. But I want to fucking explain that better, because, yeah. Yes, so we would all sound like crazy people if we're walking around the world being like, I'm hearing voices. So this is why. This is also why it's so, this is why so many people don't realize that they're hearing Spirit and connecting with Spirit. This is also why it's so hard for people to trust it, as particularly for clairaudience. Like, I don't know, claircognizance and clairaudience are really hard to trust because they're so subtle. Clairvoyance, when you're receiving visions, like that, you don't make up. Like, you might wonder, was that my imagination? But when you have a vision, like, it's much easier to know, like, did you create that vision with your mind, with your imagination, or did it just suddenly appear to you? Okay. But clairaudience, where you're hearing Spirit, where Spirit is talking to you in your mind, and you're hearing your own voice in your head, you think it's your thoughts. And actually, you know what? I realized why it's your own voice, because it's your higher self. So the Holy Spirit works within you, works through you. Your higher self is connected with you. Your intuition connects to your higher self, your own soul. So of course it sounds like you, because it's your own fucking soul talking to you and giving you this wisdom and guidance from beyond the human consciousness. So that's why it sounds like you. But, it's not like you hear God talking to you, telling you something. So that's why it's so subtle, and it takes so much practice learning to recognize it, learning to differentiate between your ego center, that is like all that lower fear-based energy that is not your higher self and is not Spirit. That is like, that's like the little angel on one shoulder and the little devil on the other shoulder. So your ego center is the little devil who's like trying to confuse you and scare you and hold you back, and your little angel is your higher self and Spirit talking to you. So it's really hard to differentiate and learn to recognize that and trust it. And then claircognizance, you just know things, and you have no fucking idea how, and you're like, how do I know that? Why do I know that? That's why a lot of times when I'm talking, I'll be like, why am I saying that right now? That's probably Spirit. Because Spirit just put that in my head, and I know it, and I don't know how I know it. And claircognizance is my strongest gift. And this is why it took me so damn long to like figure out and understand my gifts, and that I'm psychic and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is how this works. So that's what I meant. And yeah, like anybody who's experiencing that, like, that's why it's so hard. But that's what you have to like practice and hone in on and learn how to differentiate and whatnot. So hopefully that makes sense and helps you guys also